Alright, in this question we are asked to find the zeros of that function right there. So I have minus 8 times x minus 3 squared times x plus 4 cubed times x to the fourth. And the function probably has in front of it f of x or something equals that. I'm not sure if it has that or not in front anyway. Anyway, so if I want to find the zeros, what I'm looking for are the things that will make this function, the whole function, equal to 0. So really, I'm wanting to solve this equation. And when I have polynomials, ones that aren't just a linear, I can get more than one answer. And in this case here, when I look at it, it looks like I can get 9 answers. And to figure out how many answers you can always look at the degree. So the degree of the polynomial, I have a 2 here, a 3 here, that's 5, plus another 4 is 9. So I could have 9 possible zeros or possible answers for this question. Now, when you're doing it, so you're looking for things, you use the zero property. So something times something times something times something equals 0. One of those things has to be 0. So the first one I'm going to look at is this one. I know that 8's not 0, so that one doesn't count. But this one here, I can say x minus 3 is equal to 0, and I can solve that, so x is equal to 3. So 3 is a 0. Also, the 2 up there says that I have 2 of those. In other words, x is equal to 3, and I have a multiplicity, in this case, of 2, because it's squared. So the next one, same thing, x plus 4 equals 0, so x equals minus 4, and it has a multiplicity of 3. And then lastly, this one, x is equal to 0. I guess I don't have to solve that at all. And how many of those are there? There's 4. So if I was wanting to graph this, let me just move that up a bit. If I was wanting to graph this, I could graph this one fairly quickly. I don't know how good it's going to look. There's 9 possible zeros, so it's an odd number, and it's negative here. So it's negative. It means it starts high and ends low. So it has some bumps, and then it goes down low. And if these are the zeros, so at x equals 3, 1, 2, 3, right there. X equals minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And x equals 0. So at this one here, the minus 4 one, that has a multiplicity of 3. That means there has to be a bend at that point. At this one, at 0, it has a multiplicity of 2, so it can only touch the graph at that point. And then this one here, 3, it has a did I do that right? No, multiplicity of 0. At x equals 0, it has a multiplicity of 4. But still, 4 is an even number, so it still just touches. And then at 3, that's this one, it has a multiplicity of 2, so it just touches again. So my graph has to start high and end low. So I'm going to start high here. I have to do a bend at this point, so a bend and go through. Okay, I'll come down, and then I'm going to come back up. And at this point here, I can just touch. So I'm going to come up and just touch and bounce back down. And then I'm going to come up at this last point, and again it's a even multiplicity, so I come up and touch and go back down forever. Okay, so that's what the graph of that function, and you can try it, graph it on your calculator, see what it looks like, but it's going to have that kind of shape to it. Hopefully that helps.